Shift work.
You have your like contracted shifts.
Yeah, it's like 8 till 4. That would be your shift.
The designated time that you have to go into work. To work.
Yes!
Next one.
Fixed term.
So whether you're temporary or like permanent,
yeah.
the amount of time that you are hired to work for a company.
Yeah, like that is your like fixed
Term.
thing. Yeah. Office hours.
When they're open.
Yeah, so like, say like for school receptions, like at my school, like they were shut like after 4. So
or like
it's
big companies, so you
yeah.
have those people in the office, it's when they all go home.
I mean, you can really
Yeah.
You can't actually.
office hours.
You can't talk to anyone in the office.
Yeah. And then like freelance is like just come and go like as you please. I think. I'm not sure.
Freelance is that you don't have a boss, isn't it? If you're your own boss, you choose
Yeah.
your own hours
Isn't
and
that-
stuff.
I thought that was self-employed.
Yeah, that's self-employment. Freelance is like when you're like just working from paycheck to paycheck. Like you just bounce off of companies and jobs.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Good point.
Irregular patterns.
When it's like you don't have a fixed contract, like
Oh, so
per
they call
week.
you in.
Yeah, so it could be like
So that's like with mine, because I'm
it
just
could be like-
called in when I'm needed.
Yeah,
Saturday
I think
one
so.
week and then Thursday next week or something.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hourly rates, that's like how much you get paid an hour.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
So like under 21s usually will get a different pay to over 21s
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
National press.
Oh, I don't know. Isn't it like newspapers?
I don't know. I think it might be.
National.
Mm. Yeah, I think that's
Nationals, all of
newspapers,
UK.
because like they always have like different pages, like towards about. There's a page about like jobs, like different jobs. So yeah. Trade press. Would that just be like within the company?
What press? Trade?
Yeah, trade press. So like, if they've got like their own like newsletter or something.
Probably.
They would just like put like, oh, there's a manager jobs, like, or just like different kinds of jobs, just going through it, sort of thing. Internet, so like Indeed and Indeed and there was another one that I used to use.
For what?
Gumtree do jobs, internet.
Do they?
Yeah, they do.
Craigslist.
Craigslist.
Yeah, they do
That's
jobs.
American.
Do they?
Yeah.
That's American, though, isn't it? Swear.
Yeah.
What is it?
Oh God,
What are we looking at?
that one.
Internet.
Yeah. So like.
Oh,
Indeed.
methods of recruitment.
Yeah. So like
you put something out onto the internet and then people come
like
back to you.
Facebook or something.
Or like email you or something.
Yeah.
From what the details you put online.
Or you could put like your CV online on like
Yeah,
social
because they've got a
media.
page on Facebook that I literally like written in capital letters like, you need to give me a job, I'm desperate, sort of thing. And then like, yeah, so word of mouth is like,
If you do something well for something else, they'll pass you
yeah,
on to their mates.
or like if your friend gets a job, and then they tell like their bosses about you
Yeah.
or something, and then
and that you're looking
like,
for a job.
yeah, they might give you a job. Yeah, internal promotion.
Oh, so when you're in a job,
And
you
just
do a good job in that
Yeah.
job, your boss will put you in a higher position.
Like in retail, you might go from like a sales assistant, but like if you do really well, you might go up to like a manager or something. Yeah, networking.
Oh, networking, that's when you meet people who can do something for you in business.
It's like
Yeah.
contacts and stuff.
So, yeah. So, like, if you meet someone who's the boss of a company and they sort of like you, they
Yeah.
can do something for you in that sense, as in to get you onto the ladder.
The last one's trade fair skills.
Trade fair.
I have
Skills.
no
I've got no
idea.
idea. So, is it like
What did you say about
what
trade fair
skills?
before, though?
What skills you have for your trade?
I
So,
think
like,
so.
what makes you suitable for the job?
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah. I
do you
don't
think?
know. I've never
No
heard of it,
idea.
to be fair.
Well, skills and trade. So the jobs that make you, no, the skills that make you good for the job.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't know. Anyway,
I don't know.
that is the end of the production.
So yeah, we need to talk about like how they relate to the TV and film industry, which we forgot to do. Silly us. Hashtag killers. So like shift work, it relates to the TV and film industry because like say you've got more than one camera person, they need to like know when they've got to start and when they finish. and like
So they can change the cameramen.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
oh, and if you have like actors, because obviously they don't do the scenes in like order. They'll need to know what day they
Yeah.
need to come in for and what time they need to come in for, rather
Mm.
than just.
I imagine that people that are
Guessing.
like lower down in the industry have more likely to have a shift work.
So
than-
like floor runners.
yeah,
Whereas the director wouldn't have a
we wouldn't
shift
have,
as
like,
such, because he'd have to be there all the
You'd have to
time.
be there like from when they start filming to when they like stop. So fixed term, that would be like for the actors, like they've got to be there throughout the whole thing. Whereas like with extras, they're like only there for like one scene. Like that's their fixed bit, like they're temporary. Whereas the proper actors are like permanent
Yeah.
sort of thing. Office hours. I don't get like how that relates.
BBC have offices and everything. Every
Yeah.
company has an office,
Yeah.
basically.
So, like, if
So-
anyone has questions or anything, they can phone the office, but
Yeah.
only during the office
Like
hours.
yeah, like only during like when it's open. Otherwise, they have to wait until like
The next day
Day
until the
after,
office opens
yeah.
again.
yeah. So like freelance that relates to TV and film because
Cameramen can be freelance.
yeah.
And actors as well.
Mm,
I think it just means that you don't have an agent.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like whereas people like I don't know who's a big actor. Like Mark Wahlberg might have an agent, whereas someone like
Don't even know their name.
no, just like someone that's
Just
only
any old person.
just someone that's like starting out in the industry, like they might not have an agent.
So they do it all themselves.
Yeah, and then
Maybe like TV broadcasting instead of not TV broadcasting, like online broadcasting.
yeah,
They're probably more likely to be freelance.
yeah. Irregular patterns. I don't
Well, I
really.
suppose there would be irregular patterns because of like the time of day that they need to film and stuff.
Yeah,
So like if one scene is in like nighttime, it would be different to whether they had to do a scene which is in the morning.
yeah,
So like cameramen would probably have irregular patterns.
yeah. Hourly rates. So that's like how they get paid. So a floor runner might get paid a certain wage, whereas like one of the actors or like the director, he might get paid like
Loads.
considerable amount more than the floor runners. So it's like it varies on how much they get paid each hour.
How much responsibility you have.
Yeah. National press, that relates to TV and film industry because they might like advertise like cameramen jobs and like reporting and stuff like that. Like I was gonna say Swindon Advertiser, but that's not national. That's just like regional.
It's like the Sun.
Yeah, like the Sun might be looking for a reporter or a columnist. Because they want to get rid of Katie Hopkins, but yeah. Trade press.
Trade press. So is trade press
Well, we said it
Like,
was like within.
magazines related to the industry rather than just like national?
I don't know.
So like in the trade, so you could get like the Empire magazine and stuff. Maybe.
Yeah, like they could advertise jobs through that, I suppose.
Yeah.
Because that Empire magazine is it's like a like proper
Like
media
food, like
media
food film magazine.
media focused magazine, so it might just advertise media jobs in that. And then the internet, they have like I don't know,
Tons of acting jobs.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
like they might just be advertising on like Facebook or something, like in an actors group. That,
There's like an open call or something.
yeah,
so that
like
anyone
casting or something.
can get it.
Yeah. Word of mouth. So if like someone works for the BBC or like ITV or Channel 4 and they hear that there's a job opening, they might tell like someone in their family or like their friends who's looking for a job in the industry. And
So
then
they
like,
get their foot in the door that way.
yeah. And that's like how they start off. Internal promotion. Like someone might just be, I don't know.
So like a cameraman could eventually become a director of photography because
Yeah.
of how well
they've done.
on.
Yeah, and like what they've done for like previous like projects and
Even floor runners have like stages, don't they?
yeah.
You could be like head
So
of
you have
the
to like
floor
prove
runners.
yourself
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
each of the stages.
The networking one.
That relates again to just like who you know.
Yeah, who you know, who you're friends with, who do your friends know. like who are
Who
your
can-
main who are
how
your main
can-
contacts, sort of thing,
How you can sort of get your foot in the door to try and get a job
that you
in the
want.
industry.
Yeah, and then trade fair skills. Well, we struggled on that one, didn't we? So it's just like I don't
I don't particularly know.
no, I can't think of anything for that one, to be fair.
Should I just look it up? What's it called? Trade fair skills.
Yeah.
Doesn't say.
Does it not say anything?
I'll just look at trade fairs. Oh, a trade fair is an exhibition organised so that companies in a specific industry can showcase and demonstrate their latest products. So is it like...
I suppose that could be like with
Sundance?
cameras.
So is it like film festivals?
I don't know, it might be. I don't know.
But I don't know what the skills comes into.
No, neither do I.
Didn't you say like what skills you have in that trade, like in that?
Like what, like if
what?
it's like an exhibition of different like cameras or something, it could be like showing off your skills of how that you know how to use the camera
Yeah.
and like get different
yeah,
like
that's
effects
right.
on
Yeah.
it and shots and stuff like that.
And then obviously if you do well on it, they'd want to
Yeah.
pull you in.
Bye.